Hey everybody, how are we doing this week? Welcome back to Class A Van Life. So this week I just thought I'd give you a little heads up on where I am. Back at the marina. And I got the van. So let's give you guys a little tour of the van and let you know where we're at with that. So let me just spin you around here. So here is the old girl in person. I took all the stickers off already, so now it looks like a van again. This thing is, now that I've had a chance to have a really good look at it, this thing is in great shape for being an antique. This is, I was told this was a 1987. It's actually, or a 1985. It's actually a 87. But this thing, it's got the vent window louvers. I've never seen those before. The mirrors are in good shape, still shiny, not rusted, and it's an Explorer model. But this body, other than, you know, it's got the odd rust speck here and there. It is, what, 30-something years old. But this is in great shape. You know, there's not a lot of, there's a couple of little dings on it, but nothing really too scary, you know, for a 30-plus-year-old van. But there's no rust on this thing. There's no rust on this anywhere. Look at this. There's none. On the door wells, there's no rust anywhere. So, look at this. I love those windows, you know. And she does need a little bit of work, but mainly engine work. We'll get to that in a minute. You know, look at the back here. There's not a speck of rust back here. You know, bumper's not all dented up. It's got a couple little whiskey dents back here, but it's not too bad given the year. It's even got a propane tank back here. I'm not sure if I'm going to utilize that or not, but we'll see. I might. Yeah. Take a step back and have a look here. And you know, it's not perfect, but it's all doable. And to find a van of this year that's got almost no rust on it, this thing's gonna have to, we're gonna have to do something with that. That's not gonna fly. We'll have to cover this up. You know, these last people that owned it, they didn't do it any favors, but I managed to catch it before it got too out of control here. So let's go inside and I'll show you what is going on here with this. So this is a 5.2 liter 318, and the seller said that it needed a distributor. So I got a distributor for it, and yeah, so I got a distributor for it, but it turns out it's a little bit more involved than that. So we did a compression test on it, and it's got good compression on the right side. The left side is a little low. So I think it's gonna need a valve job. But everyone that I've talked to tells me that it's well worth doing. So I guess I'm gonna learn how to do engine work. So I'm gonna try and do as much of this as I can, but I have a mechanic that's gonna help me out should I get in over my head. But you know, overall this thing is in great shape. The seats swivel, although here, let me spin it around. These seats swivel, although they have been used very much, so they're a little bit stiff, and they're gonna need a little bit of love. This whole van just needs love. Look at this dash though. This dash is not cracked. It's got a little bit of holes in the vents there, but that's easy to fix. The inside is not too bad considering. One of these upper windows has a little bit of crazing on it, but that's nothing we can't get past. And it's insulated, so there's that. I'm not sure about this roof though, if we're gonna rip this down or just try and clean it up. But it's you know, it is what it is, you know. And everybody is telling me that it's worth it to do it. So I guess I'm gonna I guess I gotta learn some stuff. So we gotta take the intake off, gotta take the head off, get, I think, the head machined, if I remember correctly, and get the valves done. I'm not sure if it's one or all, if it's best to just do them all if you're going to do one. I'm not quite sure how that goes. I am no mechanic by any means, but I'm going to try my best here to do as much of this as I can. The more I can do, the more money I save. But you know, I have a backup there should I get overwhelmed. I got a mechanic who's gonna help me out here should I not be able to complete the project, or if I get scared or overwhelmed or whatever. But you know, I'm excited for this, and I'm scared. Excited and scared. Did I tell you I was excited and a little scared? But you know, it's an adventure. We're adventuring, and with any luck, I'll be into this by the time winter hits. Yeah, we'll have to see. But you know, it's not in too bad a shape. It's doable. I sent my friend some pictures of this. So, and he's, you know, pretty confident that we can get this all done in time here. And then I just got to tackle this engine, and you know, we'll be rocking. And so here's the thing though, is that, you know, I'm doing this kind of because I don't really have a choice, right? I don't have a whole lot of money, so I got to find a way for me and Dory to have a home, and that we can afford. So if I put the money into this versus that Ford, I think this will be I'll be much better off in the long run, having done the Dodge as opposed to sinking money in that Ford and still not being comfortable. I can stand up in this easy, you know. I have a buddy that, or a fellow van lifer, that I know from the marina here, that gave me an old generator and got me a, here, let me spin you around. Got me a fridge, or got a fridge that he's selling me really cheap. So I already have some stuff for this. And it's, you know, it's probably going to need some tires. I noticed these tires, they're, well, I can't say that they're in good shape. I see one of them cracking, so I'm probably going to need tires, you know. And the motor work, you know, but I was told the motor work shouldn't cost more than $1,000. The hardest part of this is finding an old school mechanic or a machine shop that is still willing to work on these older engines. These are an old school mechanic is a little bit hard to come by these days. If you can't fix it with a computer, if you can't hook up a reader to it and diagnose it with a laptop, nobody wants to touch it. It's you know, working on these old school V8s is a dying breed. But you know, guys just got to look around. There's got to be somebody out there that's willing to do this, you know. And if when a guy gets this done, that's, you know, this is another vintage rig that isn't going to go to the scrapper, because when I bought this, they told me that if I didn't buy it, they're probably going to send it to go get scrapped. But this thing is, I believe, and everybody I talk to says it's well worth doing the work to it, you know. So I think I'm gonna tackle it, you know. And you know, I can't help but learn some shit along the way. And I will be, when I'm done, I will be totally intimate with every part of this van, which will make it more comfortable and easier in the long run to work on should something else go wrong with it. You know, it's all a learning experience, and you know, and that's the thing these days, right? Is whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And if you can learn something along the way, even better, you know. In doing this, I will very much be stepping out of my comfort zone. But you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to take some work. But I think I'm up for it. I think I'm up for it. As long as I can, you know, be able to handle this financially, this will be fine, you know. And you'd be surprised how the universe works out, and just putting people and things in your life when they need to show up, right? That's instead of fighting, bucking the system. Well, I still kind of buck the system a little bit as far as the government is concerned, but you know, the universe, if you just trust it, will totally work with you, right? It will, you know, put things in your path when you need them. Put people in your path when you need them, and all you got to do is live and trust, you know. And it's shit just has a way of working out, you know. So far with this, since I've gone through what I've gone through. When Lori passed, I went through a bit of a what do you call it, a spiritual awakening, I guess. And when that happened, I kind of lost my ego for a little while there, and I just, you know, said fuck it, let whatever happens happen. And now I'm going down a road that I wouldn't have seen coming in a million years, but yet here we are, you know. And it's not perfect, and you know, right now while I'm in transition, I'm not the most comfortable, especially living in that Ford, but you know, it is what it is, and it's all a journey, right? And you know, I could be all woe is me, but there's no point in it, you know. You just got to look forward to what's coming, and wake up each day, you know, being grateful for what I have, you know. At least I have a roof over my head, you know. I have food when I decide to go to a store and buy it. I'm trying not to eat out, although it's hard. You know, and life is a little bit tough right now, but you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, like I said. And you know, now I have a project in this van, and I will no doubt be learning some stuff from this, which is never a bad thing, you know. Yeah, so here we go. The adventure continues, you know. And I'm back at the marina. So, you know, I lived here for like 7 years. So I have a community here. I have people here that I know that like me, that, you know, that love Dory. And this is Dory's stomping grounds. This is pretty much all she knows. So she's more comfortable here. Yeah, I have friends here. I have resources here. So, yeah, we can do this. We got this. So there it is, in a nutshell. So you guys are going to get to see me step so far out of my comfort zone, it's not even funny. But we're going to learn some shit. We're going to have some fun along the way. And we're going to have an adventure. We're adventuring, people. Yay! So, you know, and, you know, in all transparency, I didn't pay a whole lot for this van. When I got this van, it was off some Lebanese people who had a car lot, and I think this belonged to their friend or something, who just had it on their lot looking to get rid of it. And I don't think he really knew what he had, because these vans up here in Canada anyways, even the condition like it's in, they go for, you know, $3,000-4,000. I bought this thing for $1,000, and I probably could have got it even cheaper. I didn't want to beat him up too much though, so, you know, he was asking just under $2 for it. And when I looked at the van and saw the condition of the body, you will never, ever, ever, well, very rarely find a van of this vintage in this kind of shape. Like normally, you know, they're all rusted out, or they're all beaten up, you know, and they still have engine problems. So, and they're still asking, like, a built out van like this in this kind of shape, $20,000 all day long. So, you know, I will have that investment when I'm done with it, right? It's going to take a little bit to get there, you know. Anything that takes, you know, anything that's good is always going to require a little bit of work, right? But when it's done, it's going to be an investment, you know. So, you know, over the next 6 months or so, you guys are going to see me laugh, cry, get scared, overwhelmed, all of it. But hey, we're living life. We're living life on life's terms. And it's, you know, it's just a part of it, you know. At least I have options, right? I'm not stuck in someplace I don't want to be. I have options. So it's just a matter of making the best of it, right? So here we go over the next little while. You guys are gonna see me. You're gonna see the best of me and the worst of me. So, you know, we're living life, and we're adventuring and having fun. So, I'm gonna leave this one here, guys. I hope you appreciate this video. If you like it, or you got anything from it, if you subscribe, give it a like. I would very much appreciate it. I'm trying to make this my new career, and I'm learning. You know, the videos, my video isn't perfect. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm looking. You know, I'm learning. I'm in such a learning curve right now. It is not even funny, but we're having fun learning. You know, and you know, maybe I can make a career out of this one day. But you know, I'm having fun in the process. So either way, it's all good. All right, people. I'm gonna leave this one here, and I hope this finds everybody healthy and happy. And yeah, and I'll see you guys next week. And remember, keep smiling. Makes everybody wonder what you're up to. See you, everyone.